You've heard about them in 12-step meetings. You might have heard it from your counselor or in group, maybe even your doctor, perhaps even a spiritual leader or advisor in your community. Drinking dreams, what do they really mean? Hi, my name is Charlie Chuibaka. I am the host of Red Rail Journeys, and today I'd like to talk to you about drinking dreams and what they could possibly mean. All right, there's good news and bad news about drinking dreams. Good news is they're pretty normal for people in recovery to have drinking dreams. Bad news, you're fucked. You're one of us. That means you really are an alcoholic or an addict. All right, but again, going back to the good news, they're pretty normal. And it's not contingent upon how much sobriety a person has. My first year of recovery, I had drinking dreams all the time, just around recent events, new stuff. Now at 32 years of sobriety, I still get drinking dreams. You know, it's not abnormal for me to even have them once or twice a week. You know, working in substance abuse, I'm constantly talking about substance abuse with other people. And so, yeah, that's kind of normal for that to happen. If you're new in recovery and say you got about 6 months and you're having drinking dreams every night, you know, that possibly might be a little warning sign. That might be your subconscious telling you, you know what, you better do something. You better get off your butt and do something besides making a solemn oath or promising to quit. Oftentimes in meetings, you hear somebody sharing, or it might be in a group, somebody will be sharing about their drinking or using dreams and how much it's bugging them. Again, that might mean that they need to do a little bit more footwork, might need to do a little bit more of that heavy lifting to actually promote significant change in order to stay sober. Or it might be the process by which, you know, their inner self is really accepting their condition, that they have a drinking or drug use problem. But the main thing to understand is that for most people in recovery, they're pretty normal. I think the most recent one I had was probably actually this week. I tend to have drinking dreams. They're usually in this like fictional town. It's like part Flagstaff, Arizona, where I was born and raised, around the NAU area, and then it's part Cedar Falls, Iowa, where I got stuck for a while for a semester, following a girlfriend out there. Of course, once I got there, I got dumped. So pretty significant places, I guess, for me unconsciously, but it's like a mythical town where I always have drinking dreams. And here's the thing, it lets me know I can never safely drink alcohol again. That's a key phrase, safely drink. Is every time I've had a drinking dream, in all these 32 years I've been sober, every time I've had a drinking dream, I've never, ever, ever drank like a normal person. Never. Even in my dreams, I've never where I've just had one. Oh, just have one, watch a football game. No, that's never happened. I've always gotten completely shit-faced in my dreams, or at least gotten really, really, really buzzed, you know. And it's even to the point where sometimes I'd wake up and I'd feel like I'm intoxicated. That's a little uncomfortable and unsettling. But then remember, you're not doing anything wrong. One time I was working substance abuse. Boy, I think my son was like 2 years old, so that must have been 2002. I was married at the time and living in this house in Albuquerque, and in the dream, I was a substance abuse counselor, but I was sneaking shots in my little studio, right? We had in the garage where I had all my guitar stuff and everything. And where it was Yukon Jack too. That's always seemed to be a reoccurring one in my dreams. All right, and I was sneaking little shots there. It was very clear that I wanted to keep it a secret. I kept saying, no, I ain't gonna tell nobody, I ain't gonna tell anybody. And then after I started catching a buzz in my dream, I was like, no, everybody's asleep, no one's gotta know, no one's gonna know at work, this will be my little secret. You know, and when I woke up from the dream to go to the restroom, I was walking down the hallway, and I kind of, you know, I was really sleepy, so it also kind of felt like I was intoxicated. But I remember thinking, wow, I'm not going to tell anybody. Nobody has to know. And then as I was using the loo, it occurred to me, that was a dream. And then I was like, man, I'm sick. I really wasn't going to tell anybody. So that's one way it lets me know, I know I'm still sick. I'm always going to be an alcoholic. Once you're pickled, they can never be a cucumber again. So if you're new in recovery and you're having drinking dreams, using dreams, They're pretty common if you've been around for a while and then suddenly you start having them. Again, they're pretty normal, but it's a good time to take a little look within and say, maybe I really should start doing something. Or maybe you're new and you're not going to too many meetings. They say 90 meetings in 90 days, and that's in an ideal situation for 12-step people. And not everybody's 12-step people, but for 12-step people, 90 meetings in 90 days, that can be really hard to do sometimes. I think for me, the bare bones least I would, when I'm really trying to get somebody to go to meetings, the bare bones I recommend is at least do 3 meetings a week. All right, bare bones, at least 3 meetings a week. And really listen to what they say, because just going to meetings isn't enough to keep somebody sober. You actually have to do some footwork. And it's the same thing in other places that work for people in their recovery, whether it's some kind of faith-based community, a church, there's many out there, but the ones that are good at maintaining recovery, they have something similar to 12-step program. You have to do something to look within, and oftentimes that is reflected in our dreams. If you had about 5 years or so and suddenly you start having drinking or using dreams, that might be that little beastie inside your coconut there knocking on your cranium going, hey, I'm still here. So maybe it's a good time to do another 4-step or give something back to your community. So it doesn't mean a person is going to drink, but it's up to you to determine. A drinking or using dream can mean many things. And every day we should be doing something for our recovery. If you're a 12-step person, it could be even just reading one paragraph out of your 12-step book, right? Or going to a meeting. You don't have to share, right? Or doing something for another human being. Something you signify, I'm doing this for my recovery. So I hope this helps for the day, and we'll have a lot of other topics coming soon. All right.